Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new episode of Powersurge. I'm your host, TheAvatarWolf, and we're here live with Jake. How you doing,
Hello.
Jake?
Good, you?
I'm doing all right. We're chilling right now. We just got out of New Orleans. It was hectic today, trying to get out of all this traffic. Um,
Oh,
we're leaving towards, I believe, the next show. Where's our next show at, actually? Oh, Orlando, Florida. Even better.
uh,
Better traffic for myself to get through. Nice.
yeah, you would think it's the owner of the company. You would just helicopter everywhere.
Well, I don't want to show off my money like that, Jake. You should know that. I
Hey,
wanted
fair
to
enough.
enjoy a little bit more in New Orleans before leaving, and so I stayed here for Sunday, and now I left Monday morning. But yeah, New Orleans was such a great experience just in general. We had a great show on the Swamp
Oh,
that we'll be reviewing for all you guys tonight. And Jake, we have a lot of stuff to review tonight, so let's just get through this first show that we had here in Lafayette, Louisiana. And let's
all
just talk
right.
about the matches here. We had the Big Dick family going 1-1 with the Bronco Order, and the Big Dick family came away on top against Closer and Berserker. What's your thoughts on this contest to start off our show on the 23rd, Jake?
It was a good match. It was just a bit. I'll be honest. This was the match that I somewhat missed because I was. I forgot what I was doing. I was just in the way of me watching this great contest.
Of course, the BDF came away victorious. A great contest for both men, for both teams, trying to get back in the power picture here for the tag team championships. BDF showing off tonight. They won. Match two, we had Buttscrew versus Linty. Buttscrew came away with a big victory against Linty. He dropped him on his head with a Thunderbird and made Linty tap out
Eh,
really quickly. What's your thoughts on this match, Jake?
I'm shocked that Buttscrew didn't just just lose by countout and rest up for his death match, which we'll talk about a bit later on for the swamp.
It was a decent contest. It was very fast for a contest with Linty and Buttscrew. I think Buttscrew was, or I think Linty got concussed off of the top rope. If I remember correctly, he missed that move,
Yeah.
and after that, Buttscrew just took advantage of it and won very quickly. We're gonna keep going here. We're not gonna go too in depth for this show tonight because we
Yeah.
have a big show to review in the Swamp, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we're going through quickly of some of these matches, just so you're aware. But match number 3, we had Dyad versus Bozo the Clown. Dyad came away victorious. Quick thoughts on this matchup, Jake?
Um, it was just a very impressive contest, and it just proves how tough Dyad is.
I agree. I agree. Match 4, we had Slyko take on McCoy in what was a high flying slugfest, with McCoy coming away with the victory. Final thoughts on this contest here?
It was just all over the ring, to be honest. Just just diving all over the ring. Ugh.
And the main event, Holly Primo going 3 main events in a row in AWW, taking on Killing Damascus. Primo came with a victory here tonight. Final quick thoughts on this contest, and then we'll go to the Swamp pay per view.
So it was just a very impressive showing from Primo, and a very dominant showing as well.
All right, so obviously we have a big show here to talk about. It is the Swamp, as I and what Jake was alluding to. And we're going to go one by one here. We're going to talk about all the matches that come up on screen here. We'll start off first. This is not the merch match we're supposed to start off with first. We're supposed to start off with this contest here first. The Iron Ace taking on Jack Bishop. What was your thoughts on this contest on the Swamp, Jake?
This was an insane match to watch, and with I am so much shocked that Jack beat Ace.
It was very interesting, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And also, I know where someone it was probably talked about during the show itself. But the size difference between the two,
What about the size difference, Jake?
like Ace towers over Jack. I'm just kind of shocked with all. I'm just kind of shocked that he came out on top. I'm even more shocked with what happened after.
And what are you referring to if after the match? I mean, Jack Bishop did get the victory against Ace. It was a
Yes, he
good
did.
contest between both men. Jack Bishop actually being the odd factor here,
Yeah.
coming in there with his first ever pay per view appearance, first ever AWW appearance, and he took it to Ace and pulled up the upset victory over the four-time XAW champion. After the match, Alistair came out and just taken Jack by surprise and knocked him senseless. What's your thoughts on this, Jake?
That he did, and I have no idea what the repercussions are going to be for either Alistair or what Jack's even thinking after it. So yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good contest to start off the Swampy review. After that, we had High Energy and Bacon Lord Boy taking on the Tax Coalition. Very fast match, in my opinion, Jake.
Yes, it was.
What was your thoughts on this?
I mean, it was a very like even though it was a very high paced match with and I'll be honest, going back to our predictions from last week, I was wrong with this one. I thought the coalition would sadly win, but I was shocked that 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 high energy and Bacon Lord Boy did
That Bacon actually made Crusher tap out in the middle of the ring?
that too.
It was a very interesting contest with Bacon Lord Boy and High Energy coming out on top. They really planned it like accordingly. Um, there's more stuff to talk about with this contest here with the Tax Coalition, but we'll talk about that when we get to that scene. But right now, Bacon Lord Boy to get the win, and it's a good thing for Bacon Lord Boy and High Energy getting back on pace here in AWW with another win in their columns.
That it is.
Gailey Jones took on Koyoma Akane for the Women's Championship. Akane hit the Akane driver for the 1-2-3 to successfully defend her championship once again. What do you guys say about this contest here, Jake?
Just a very impressive match from not only Gal Jones, but also Kane, even though I probably butchered her name completely.
Koyoma Akane, but go on.
Yeah. Is it still say what you will about Gal Jones losing this match? She still showed how impressive of a competitor she is here in AWW.
I agree with you,
That's
but Akane is just on a whole nother level right now, and I have no idea what woman can actually take her out for the Women's
I
Championship.
I don't think any can.
After that, we had the death match between Brett Matthews and Butt
Oh,
Screw.
oh god, that match physically hurt to watch. There were doors, flaming tables, light tubes. Dear God.
It was not for the faint of heart. Butker came with the victory after putting Matthews through a flaming table and playing him in the Thunderbird, making Matthews tap
Is
out.
it? Did Budscrew get a barbed wire bat thrown at his face
He
at
did,
that point?
yes.
Oh God.
It was very violent and it was very aggressive and it was just a crazy match all around.
Why did you air that? Actually, I know exactly why you aired it. Because people wanted to see it. People wanted to see how this would end. They wanted to see the destruction.
After that, we had Thomas Kennedy versus Billy Rivers. Thomas Kennedy came on with a victory, and then Billy Rivers using the low blow after the contest. Jake, what's your thoughts on this contest here?
That match was a super technical match.
Super
With
technical, but Billy Rivers still couldn't get the job
yeah.
done.
No, he couldn't. Billy tried and ultimately Buckwell Thomas Kennedy came out with the win. And I don't think that's that right with Billy because he had to resort to the low blow afterwards.
I hope we can find out why Billy Rivers did what he did, but until then, Rivers still lost the match, and Thomas Kennedy came out victorious, and that's what it's going to show in the record books.
Yes, it will.
After that, we had the parking lot brawl between My Shoe and Jeff and Swin.
That match was also crazy. They brawled all over the parking lot and ended up inside the backstage area on top of a bunch of pallets and supply crates, which, unlike the ring, aren't giving at all.
My Shoe did successfully defend the tag titles, which was a great conclusion to a great match in the parking lot. Jeff and Swin coming out very close, but no cigar in the end.
Yep.
After that, we had Epicat Final defend the championship against Harry Thighs. Of course, the story of this matchup is Final was found
Didn't actually defend
backstage, unconscious, and Primo took his spot and defended the championship.
Is that just allowed?
I mean, they're a wise man brand, and I mean, I can't really fault them. I mean, honestly, like Harry would have won the championship by default if Final did not be able to go out there and defend his championship.
Yes, it did. All right. To be fair, like that match was great and all that, but it's kind of overshadowed of who attacked Final.
That's a big story right now, and we have no like answers or nothing like that about what's happening here with
It's
Epic
like,
at Final. We just know that he is injured right now indefinitely for the near future, and we have no idea when he'll be able to return. But for right now, I believe Finals Championship will be defended by Primo himself, probably.
all right.
In the main event, Andy Ramhero defending against Bobby Live. Controversy hit this contest as well as
Ugh.
after the autumn wind, Omega and Turbs attacked Bobby Live, got him out of the ring, cashed in the Wolfie in the Bank, and Omega walked out of the swamp in New Orleans as the AWW World Heavyweight Champion. What's your thoughts on this, Jake?
All right. It just makes me wonder. So this match was great, and it also, I'm pretty sure would have been also. Is this the first time that that Wolfie's been in the bank has been used not on Ace?
No, it wasn't used on Ace last week. Yeah, last year it was used on
Oh,
Brett Matthews.
oh yeah, it was. But this was one hell of a match though, with Omega overshining it all, but with, dare I say it, the heist of the century.
Omega came in there, and I said before to Crusher that this was stupid because he cashed in very early.
Yes,
The
he
world
did.
champion still had something in him to prove, and it showed because Omega got kicked in the balls, and Omega went through
Yeah.
hell to really wrestle for that championship to win it. But again, Omega coming in still the more healthier of the two individuals, and also being like ready to fight, and it helped him out a lot in this contest, and that's why
Yes, it did.
Omega is world champion right now.
Yeah, and Andy isn't, but you just have to wonder what's going through not only the head of Andy, but also through the head of Bobby Live right now.
It is very questionable right now, but right now, Jake, we have to talk about the power rankings after
Yes, we do.
these crazy shows tonight. Let's
Whew.
get to it. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, a lot has changed in the power rankings this week.
Yes.
Let's just start from the top and go to the bottom here. Andy the Ram Hero at 5. How do you feel about this pick here at number 5, Jake?
Is
He
it?
lost.
He lost, yes, but he still is he technically the number one contender now since he has a rematch clause?
I believe he has a rematch clause, yes. I don't know. I guess you can consider him number one contender. But we'll see what happens next week on AEW itself to see what is going to transpire between Omega and Andy in the near future.
Yes, we will. And
Speaking,
right below him is Omega, the new AWW champion. And
what
I'll be honest, he does deserve it for making that play and getting the bell off of the cash in.
I agree, I agree. It's just very shocking that Omega cashed in very early and used the momentum to his advantage. And the
Yes, it
only
is.
reason he's up here at number 4 is because he won the championship last week.
Yep.
If I'm Omega, don't be like comfortable in this top 5 spot right now, especially if you don't defend the championship anytime soon. Because if you don't defend it, you could lose your spot in this spot here.
Yeah. Sure, he's a champion, but being a champion does not assure your spot up here.
Speaking of people that are champions and stuff like that, Hollywood Primo at 3, who defend the Twitch Championship for final. The man
Yeah.
is coming off of 3 matches in a row, main event matches that he's won on AEW, and he won his 4th match on at the
This one.
Swamp against Harry. Um, do you consider him a champion?
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Just I'm gonna consider him a champion because on paper he did defend the title, or I guess kind of won the title at the Swamp because Final couldn't defend it, so it would have been he would have had to relinquish it to Harry. So it was effectively an open challenge Primo accepted, but he came in as the champion somehow.
At number 2, it's the AW Tag Team Champions. My shoe at number 2 here. What do you gotta say about this here, Jake?
A very impressive and very brutal match that they just successfully defended the championships on.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think my shoe deserves a second spot here. However, in number 1, it is without a shadow of a doubt one of the most dominant women champions that we've seen in history of AEW. I'm talking about Coma Kane. Do you agree with her being in the 1 spot tonight?
Yes, I do, because she's been champion for this whole season, hasn't she?
She has.
And that's all that I really need to say about that.
So I have here a statement from Koyoma Kane, basically about her being number 1 this week. She says that the women in this roster are basically chump change to her. She is dominance, and that she is a champion that is to be feared, unlike the other champions in AEW history right now.
Wow.
So Koyoma Kane is very confident.
That is shocking, especially with the fact that Ace is one of the champions and it was a champion in AEW.
Well, she's saying current champions, I believe.
Got it. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Well, since the Kane is very confident, I'm going to make breaking news right here, right now on the channel. Koyoma Kane, since she thinks she's very confident in this women's division, I have made the decision that Bossing says she will defend the AEW Women's Championship in a Elimination Chamber match against 5 other competitors.
Holy shit.
And next week, one of the matches that's going to be featuring the females is going to be a chamber qualifier.
Damn.
Now, we would go through the matches that's going to happen next week, but we have a match to watch, Jake.
Yes, we do.
So let's head over to the Powersurge Arena, as we're about to have a match between Camo Redneck and McCoy.
Aha.
What do you got to say about this contest here?
This is going to be one crazy match. With Camel being a weird kind of powerhouse meets high flyer at times, and McCoy being a high flyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for 1 fall. Making his way to the ring first, representing the NBO. He weighs 600 pounds. Camo Redneck. What do you gotta say about Camo tonight, Jake?
Camo is such a dominant force in AEW, but are we sure that, like, yes, he is aligned with the NBO, but are we sure the NBO isn't holding him back?
That's a good question. I don't know.
The
NBO did come out victorious at the Swamp, beating Brett Matthews in a death match.
That they did. Also former Twitch champion, right?
Yes. Camo, Screw, Closer, and
I guess all of the NBO are former Twitch champions.
They just have never been able to get to that limelight as world champion.
No, they haven't.
Since we're talking about like championships, can you believe that Omega is a Twitch championship away from being a Grand Slam champion?
No.
Can you believe Turbs is also a championship away from being a Grand Slam champion?
What championship away is he? Twitch?
Twitch.
No, I cannot, to be honest. That's insane that we're just so close to so many Grand Slam champions in AEW.
I mean, Smooth, Omega,
Yep.
Turbs.
Yep.
Like, you win tag team you win tag team gold, you get closer and closer by, you know.
Yes, you do.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring at 236 pounds. The real McCoy.
Oh, he's back to his old gear.
McCoy likes changing from that green gear and blue gear. Tonight he's wearing the blue.
Yes, he is.
They actually been asking where has the real McCoy been. And I think
He's right here.
Yeah, he's basically coming out saying he's right here.
Yeah, yes, he is.
The hair's starting to grow a little bit too, as you can see.
Yeah,
McCoy might need to get a haircut.
maybe. McCoy is always a pleasure to watch here in AWW, though.
I can't wait for the comment section to say that McCoy is back where he
Yeah, I
belongs in
know.
AWW.
I know. I can't wait to see that. Velas AJ Styles is back, right?
Mm-hmm.
God.
For people that don't know, go watch the Twitch channel. You get more
Yes.
context there.
Please watch AWW on. Please watch AWW on Twitch.tv/. TheAvatarWolf.
In fact, we have matches talked about for next week as well too after this contest is over.
That we do. Like, are we sure that Camo's even human?
No, we're not. How's McCoy gonna do
Ah,
against the monster Camo?
I have no clue.
Well, I'll respond. I can answer that for you. Not really well, especially when he just gets kneed in the head and Camo.
Oh!
Nice reversal by McCoy, takes Camo down for the first time. Hits a big
Oh!
flying forearm.
Gets the big man off his feet.
This is big for McCoy right now.
Yes, it is.
McCoy's coming off a win last week against Smooth.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, some
Camo.
big right hands. Oh, but Corey versus and tries to get some offenses, but Camo instantly shuts it down. Oh, he
The
did
referee
big.
got in the way, by the way.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! A splash from Camo.
That big man doing moves like he's freaking 200 pounds. And now, oh my. No!
McCoy reverse. Oh, now he just pissed Camo off. And he's gonna pay by getting thrown into the top turnbuckle.
McCoy saved himself. He got hit by that fight. It might have ended the match early.
Yes. And now Camo's choking him out in the corner.
0-1
No!
real quick.
Oh my god!
That might be it, Jake.
It might. This might be really quick.
1.
No! Camo kicked out at 2.
Ooh, big clothesline
Clothesline.
takes Camo down, goes to the cover.
And another cover. Kick out before the count even begins.
How do you beat someone like Camo? You hit your best shot and he still is able to move around and do good kickouts.
No. Nice neck breaker by McCoy. I'll be honest, I don't know how.
Goes for the dropkick. Camo reverses. McCoy realizes it. Big
Another big close warrant. McCoy, I think this is how you beat him. You just have to stay on offense.
Did you hear that?
What was that, a war horn or something?
Outside the arena, I think someone was just racing a fucking motorbike.
Dear God.
McCoy top rope. Blockbuster.
Mister. Say, you have to dig deep in your arsenal to be a man like Camo. Here comes the cover. No. Damn, I'm wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners matchup. The real McCoy.
Damn. I did not think that was quick. I did not think that was going to end it, to be honest.
Crazy ending here on Powersurge as McCoy gets the victory tonight against Camo Redneck, and the NBO's woes continue.
Yeah.
So before we go on to talk about the show tonight, we also have some breaking news here on Powersurge as it just came around my news feed here. Butch Crew will be out for a month with some standing injuries from the death match that happened at the Swamp. Are you surprised at this news, Jake?
Oh, yes, I'm not really that surprised by that.
But anyways, we have a great show coming up next week on the AWW channel itself. We got some great matches here to talk about, and we also have some great segments to talk about. Firstly, we will hear from Brett Matthews tonight, who's going to address the crowd after his salacious death match against Buttscrew. How do you feel about this news coming out about Matthews going to be speaking next week, Jake?
Is it if it makes me wonder how broken Brett might be after that match after hearing about Buttscrew.
It makes me wonder if maybe Matthews has sustained some injuries as well too, and it actually is
Yes.
nagging and stuff like that.
Yes,
But
it
we'll have to
is.
find out on Friday, ladies and gentlemen, when you show up for the show. But
Yep.
anyways, after we also have news that the Tax Coalition will have a big title celebration
Oh,
for Styled Omega.
oh God, really? I mean, he did this one, but come on.
What's your thoughts on this title celebration for Omega?
Why? Just why? I mean, Ace. When Ace won his champion, did he have any celebrations?
Yes, he did.
Oh fuck, never mind.
You're like, did Ace have a celebration when he won the championship? In fact, I believe he had like a big TB12 celebration dissing all the people in Buffalo, New York.
Oh yeah, he did.
I believe he's done it twice, by the way.
Damn.
I don't know if he did it for his last reign though, but I know he's done it
Yeah.
for one of his reigns. He had a title
Yeah.
celebration. Um, but we have some great matches as well too. Let's talk about some of the matches that are going to be on
Yes, we do.
AWW in Orlando, Florida this week.
We have.
Match one, we're going to have Mr. Crimson versus Linty Juggler 90. Jake, give me your thoughts and predictions on this contest.
That is going to be one hell of a match to watch. You're not going to want to miss it. And my prediction is Linty's going to be winning that match.
I think Linty's been on a great win streak. He won on Powersurge. He won 2 weeks ago against KX. He did take a sidestep here by losing the butt screw last week, but I mean,
Yeah.
he was concussed and stuff like that. His concussion is going to be medically cleared for this match in Orlando, Florida. I think he's going to pull up the victory against Mr. Crimson.
Yeah. And also, can we get his finisher renamed to the screwdriver yet? The screwdriver pile driver.
The screwdriver pile driver. Match number 2 is going to be an Elimination Chamber qualifier match as the match goes one-on-one with Emily Rankins.
That's going to be crazy. Oh, and it's also going to be very talented, especially with Betch and Emily Rankins in this match. And
Well,
I think Betch is going to come out on top here.
Well, I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say about this contest here. After the news about the Elimination Chamber match for Koyoma Kane, the Batch has a chance to get back into the title picture by beating the newcomer Emily Rankins to become a qualifier for the Chamber.
Yes, she does. And also also with AWW history, you're not going to win on your debut match.
Well, this is her second ever match for Rankins.
Oh, never mind.
She lost to Tokyo 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know why.
Rankins is going to be wrestling the match, and originally this match was not supposed to be a Chamber qualifier, but after all the stuff that Kane has said about the women's division, I decided, you know what?
Yeah.
If you want to win, if Emily Rankins beats the match tonight or next on Friday, she deserves a chance to wrestle for the title in the Chamber. To be honest with you, because the match is not an easy competitor to beat.
I have to agree with you on that. And so you have Emily Rankins winning this match?
I have the batch winning against Emily
Oh,
Rankins, but if
all right.
Emily Rankins wins against the batch, she deserves a freaking title shot.
Up next after that we have the debuting D1 against High Energy.
I have no idea how this match is going to go, Jake.
I don't either. I don't really think I can make a prediction here because High Energy is so talented, so quick on their feet, but I have no idea what to expect from D1.
The college athletes of D1 going to be making the debut on AWW this Friday. I have the names here of the two competitors that are going to be for D1. It's Jalen Young and Bobby Towns taking on Dante Alexander and Sylvester Mack. I just have to see how D1 does. Then I'll like tell
Yes, they
you,
do.
because this team could be coming in here as a dominant firehouse and take high energy to surprise and completely
Yep.
beat the living fuck out of them. But you never know, right, Jake?
Yes, they could. Yes, they could, or they could completely burn out instantly, though.
After that, we have Tycoon going against another debuting wrestler as he's taking on Randy Rogers. What's your prediction for this matchup here, Jake?
I have Tycoon winning because he's so dominant and so methodical in ring, as we covered on his match on Power Surge last week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say. So I have no clue. I think Tycoon is gonna upset the debuting Randy Rogers.
I
Uh,
think that Randy Rogers is going to be in for a tough opponent here against Tycoon. And like you said before, Jake, it's hard to win your debut match here on AWW. I don't know what Randy Rogers is all about. We're going to find out when he faces Ty this week. But it's going to be a marvelous show to find out what this competitor can do and if he can actually survive against one of the most methodical wrestlers in AWW in Tycoon.
yes, it will. Then for our main event, we have the Filthy One Max Cannon versus Alistair. I honestly have no clue how this match can go, and I'm torn on this match because I think Alistair is going to win, but Max Cannon is so entertaining to watch in ring, and also we all just love his entrance here, don't we, Wolf?
The Filthy One is a tough competitor in AWW, and if Alistair's not careful, the Filthy One can pull out the rear view at any point in time and win the matchup by a fucking skin of his teeth.
Yes,
However,
good.
Alistair enjoys throwing people around like rag dolls, even if you're fucking big. And I mean like a
Yeah,
heavyweight like Max Cannon is. So
yeah.
it's going to be a very interesting match, especially since like Alistair attacked Jack Bishop on
After
at
the
the
match,
swamp.
so
So,
we have to wonder if Jack Bishop's gonna attack back or do something else.
but ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our show for tonight here on Power Surge. Jake, do you have any final words here before we actually send off?
No, I don't. I'm just excited for next week's show, to be honest.
That's fair. I'm very excited for next week's show as well, and I think it's going to be a great, marvelous show going for the future of AWW. We're heading to Boss Sing Say on September 30th, everybody. Is it September 30th? Is it? No, September
28th.
28th. Sorry.
28th.
Also, we didn't get to mention this, but at the Swamp, they announced the rumors being true for AWW
um,
having Christmas
yeah,
Chaos.
Yeah, and with TNA, which is shocking.
It's very shocking, but we don't have really any news after that. So, like, we'll have to
No, we
see.
haven't.
When we get news on Power Surge, we'll give it to you. But tonight we have no news on that, so we'll just keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.